Hello again, back with Boston United. We have some big news. We are only a point now, 2 points away from playoffs. That could be given with a win over Kidderminster or a win over Leamington Spa. Of course, we've got the 2 games spending more in Telford that I'll be playing off camera, and you'll know that we're in the playoffs if at the end of all that there's another video comes out, we've got another game afterwards. Most likely it'll be against either Kettering or Altrincham. But at the minute, Kidderminster Harriers are 7 points clear at the top, as you can see there. Beating them is no easy feat. But as you can see, we got a 4-0 win over Brackley and a 3-1 over Gloucester in the last 2 games. As well as that, we managed to beat Kingsland 4-1 and got a 3-3 draw with Darlington. That I'm not impressed with, I admit. But with these 2 results here, 4-0 and 4-1, we have essentially guaranteed ourselves a top, an upper table finish. I've also got more news, and that's that I've got a new contract. The board came to me with a contract, essentially, to keep me here until the end of next season. And I'll be honest with you, that's nothing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna take that deal because I've noticed when I look at other clubs that I've not got experience yet, and I need that experience with Boston. And as you can see, getting them promoted will give me a very good amount of experience and a fairly good rap sheet for next season. Meaning I could easily get maybe a lower table League 2 side next season to take me on as manager. But very well, I could also keep this team up in the league and try and get them either promoted into the Football League for the first time since 2007, or just keep them in the league and get either playoffs or an upper table finish. We've had to make a few changes at the back line. I think, Whittle's back now. We've had a fair number of suspensions over the last few games. Whittle was one of them. Harry Philby's currently in because Naskins is out, suspended for this game, and Dwight Pascal is in because Dwight Tiendali is out with suspension as well. But as you can see, they did very well in their last game. He got himself an 8.7 in his last game. There is one change I will make to this team, other than Whittle, obviously, and that is I'm going to swap Dallas for Adebayo Smith. And that's mainly just to get Adebayo Smith some game time before the end of the season, because Dallas is playing both of the games I'm playing off camera. So I'll give Adebayo Smith a go on camera. I mean, Dallas got 19 goals himself already. Adebayo Smith's only got 5. Dallas has got the most goals of any player at the club, by far, as you can see. So it's a good option for me, I think, putting Adebayo Smith in. If he doesn't play well, Dallas goes straight back in anyway. Victor Fundy, another player I've got in for next season. As you can see, potential of 5-star. He should progress very quickly. Speaking of 5-star potential, I've got a new player. We had some youth candidates being brought in. These are the ones that I haven't yet signed. This is one I have. Look at that, a 16-year-old, already 2-star, potential 5-star. This kid is going to be the replacement for Tazdemir when he leaves at the end of the season for his loan. He's already worth more than most of the first team at 2.2 thousand. He will be an integral part of the Boston United team for years to come. As you can see, this is his first year with us. He's currently a youngster, obviously. He's on a youth contract, £5 a week. Not a lot. He's got a 2-year contract, giving him a deal up until 2022. Likelihood is, if I am still here then, he will be in my team first straight away. But, as you can see, we've got our team ready to go against Kidderminster. We're looking, at least, for a draw. A win is, exceptional, but I would take a draw in this game, hands down. No question about that. And that's mainly just because of the fact that I don't think we're going to win this game. But I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose this game because we need those points. Oh, Pascal gets a header onto Desante. Ball forward from Asante. Brown can't really run onto it though. A very lame ball there from Lums, only to Butterfield now. Chambers, who's through on goal. Poor defending from us, but he's put it wide anyways. That's a big let off in the first 30 seconds of the match. Also, another thing I've noticed, that I noticed last game, Kettering, before their game, had the highest number of goals. They've got it again now, obviously. At one point, Boston United had the highest number of goals by 3, before Kettering managed to win their game 5-0. Evidently, things changed after that. But Kettering are the only other team to have scored more than 70 goals other than us. And I think that's a very telling point of how much this team has improved since December, really, in that they've gone from scoring, I think they had 20 odd goals when I came in, to now scoring 50 since. That's brilliant. So, as I had suspected, Adebayo Smith didn't play all that well. I mean, he got 6.6, but we need striker to be getting, 7s, up that sort of level of 6.8, 6.9 sort of thing. Brown's also coming out for Walker. Walker actually had an offer from, who was it? I think it was Billericay, and they were offering 2,500. I accepted the deal straight out of the back because he's not going to be my team next season. I have no real reason to play him for next season. He's already transfer listed. I think he's got a contract running down this year anyway. His contract runs down this year anyway. So I said yes to the 2,500 deal. They offered him £400 a week, triple what I'm paying him, and he said no. The reason he said no was because he didn't want to play in the South. He wanted to play in the Vanarama South. He wanted to play in the National, which just shows you he's now about to be without a job because he wanted to play somewhere he can't really have the skill to play in. Speaking of though, Walker with a corner kick, a good swing ball in. That's a penalty, and I will let Dallas take this penalty. He has had a bit of unlucky shooting with penalties in recent games, but hopefully he can rectify that in this match and score himself that 20th goal. Yes, he does. Andy Dallas, 21st goal of the season. I do apologise. And it gives Boston United a 1-0 lead over the current league leaders and puts us into 8th place on 59 goals. 59 goals, 59 points. Sorry, 72 goals, 59 points. Kettering now winning 2-0 against Southport, which is very good news for us because it means that Southport can't catch us up. As you can see, they're now down to 10th where we were. Austin now with the ball. Pass back to Austin. Puts the ball out wide looking for Chambers. Into the middle now for Butterfield, but he is tackled by Maycock. Philby now the long ball forward, searching out Dallas. Does reach him, gets it to Asante. Asante runs through the middle to Maycock. There's a very speculative shot. I think it comes off the post. It's a good shot from him. Although I think he may have wanted it on target in goal, but get what you give him really in this game. Make my final change now with Hall coming on for McGlip. And yep, the same role. And just at the minute I'm just trying to play the timeout. And Hall is a very defensive midfielder. So I think he should be a fairly good choice for us. But Asante now with the ball. Can he get this ball forward to Dallas or even to Maycock to seal this match off? Gets through on goal. It's a poor shot from him though. It's a corner kick. I believe Walker's taking it. I was right. It's a low ball in. It's away by Forrest though. Austin runs the ball out. Gets onto the wing. He's going to probably... Oh no, end of the highlight. Keeps doing that. It's very annoying. Anyway, Austin with the ball. Throws it to Chambers. Back to Austin. Good cross in and a good save from Kalambe. Although apparently he is offside, so that doesn't really matter all that much, the save. I want to know how many goals have been scored at York's game. Because I'm pretty sure they started off with a 9 goal difference and now they're on, I think, 12 or 13. Yeah, 12. Oh, Southport fighting back against Kettering. Oh, never mind. Kettering have now just gone 3-1 up after going 2-1 up. We've managed to beat Corriadai for the first time in 249 minutes. It's good for us. And a 1-0 win gives us the extra push we need to get these playoffs. Up next we've got Leamington Spa. Now a victory here is almost a guarantee. But if we don't get a win, that's going to be seriously detrimental to the team. Yeah, 3-0 win, I thought so. York played brilliantly in the last half of the season. But then again, so have we. Our game against Leamington is probably the second most important game of the last three, with the most important being Telford. Now, defeat to Telford isn't all that bad, but defeat to Telford on the final day could mean whether we get playoffs or if we don't get playoffs. That's why it's the next most important. But beating Leamington Spa gets us that playoff place, within theory at least. Oh, these teams now avoiding relegation. They've got so many leagues up at the minute. Oh, Altrincham managed to beat Kings Lynn. And Ipswich managed to win their first game in 7. Oh, that reminds me. Guess who's no longer manager of Ipswich Town? He had a terrible run of... Oh wow, made 4-1 actually. He had a terrible run of form on the end of the season, at the start of the season. John McDermott would be a fantastic manager for Grimsby Town, although I'd like him to at least play the rest of the season out with us. Within reason, he should be able to stay. Yes, as I mentioned with my contract with the club, I have extended it. I know I said multiple times that I wouldn't look to extend the contract. I'm extending the contract for 2 reasons. One is simply just to guarantee myself a piece of experience with a team, because I don't want to be unemployed again at the start of the season and realise, well, I've got no one to go to, I'm going to have to wait till October and I'll get someone like Leamington Spa or I'll get someone like Brackley or Gloucester or something like that. I don't want that. I want a team that's actually going to be progressing up the leagues. I also want a team that's actually going to be making money. Speaking of making money though, we have currently got a surplus of wage budget for the first time ever. Even when I joined, the wage budget was in deficit. I've actually managed to turn the finances completely on their head by making a profit of £25,000 last month because of our 3 wins and a draw, giving us gate receipts of over £15,000 alone. Brad Abbott. That's a player that I'm looking to sell next season. I mean, he's good, but he's not going to progress enough for me to willingly keep him at the club. But as you can see, no, wrong one, finances. As you can see, we made a fair bit of money now on 141,000. We've actually made a profit of 5,000 this month. Apparently I'm still struggling to stay within the wage budget, but okay. Oh, actually, speaking of which, ignore these 7,000. That's not what I'm paying on the wages. I'm paying 3,813 on wages. The currently spending is money that's also going to staff members as well as the board itself, because they also take wage out of Boston United, which is a weird thing that I'm hoping my next club doesn't have going for them. I don't want the board of directors getting a salary from the club. That's not how I think owners should run a club. I think owners should run a club for the money to be put back into the club rather than put back into their pockets. That just seems a bit shady to me. But enough talking about Marcus Evans. So a win obviously against Leamington Spa is going to be important. It's a win that could send us into that playoff place. And if we can get that playoff place, I'll be looking to do my utmost to get this team up into the National. Because if I'm not mistaken, the playoffs have a sort of round system, I think, now. Yeah, so it's really weird, the playoff system now. in regards to the conference. I'm trying to think where I'd find it. Would it be in rules? Here we go. The first round of the playoffs. Yeah. So 6 teams are in the first playoff round. And the semi-finals obviously 4, but 2 teams get a bye from this round. So the bottom 4 playoff teams face each other in sort of a semi-final to the semi-final sort of thing. And then they'll play the 2 top teams, and then obviously there'll be 2 teams left for the final. They'll get promoted, simple as. I'm looking to try and get... I can't get obviously the guaranteed playoff place because I'd need 9 points from 3 games. I'd also need Altrincham, Kings Lynn, Chester, Hereford and York to have a terrible last 3 matches. That's not going to happen. So my best bet is getting 7th. Possibly 6th, but mainly 7th. 6 is a possibility because I just need to win 2 games. I can drop the other one. That's not a problem. But I'm going to need to win my last 3. York City have got, in their last 3 games, fairly easy competition in Bradford and Hereford. Kettering is the difficult one, because Hereford have been on a kind of mismatch of form in the last few weeks. They've got a few wins here and there, but they've not really been playing how a promotion-bound team is playing, or at least supposed to be playing. Stephen Dawson. I recognise the name. Sorry, I do this quite a lot in this game. I don't know why, but I just recognise a name from somewhere. And my mind just stops working for a minute as my brain processes where I know them from. But I don't quite know where I know Stephen Dawson from. I may look him up after the video's done to see if I know anywhere that he may be from. Daniel Appiah and Milo Hall, good. They've had welcoming impacts. Past his peak, that's not a problem. Jose Mourinho, that's a player I'm going to probably also get rid of as well. He's worth 5,500. I could probably sell him for about 10,000. It's fairly good. Matt Carter, I'll probably sell him as well. He's not really progressed as much as I'd hoped he had done when I signed him. When I signed him, he had a 3.5 star potential. Now it's down to just 3. I think I need to probably sell him on if I'm honest with you, because he's not played very often. He's played 6 games, hasn't done very well in those 6 games, and arguably he's not really been a positive influence on the team as a whole at the minute. So, in my opinion, he's probably a player I'm going to look to sell on as well. But, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. Miles Roberts. 18-year-old goalkeeper from Reading. We required of 0 compensation, and could actually get him on a fairly doable wage. Yeah, that's an offer I'm going to go with. A part-time contract, if possible, 2-year deal. Get him on a £160 a week contract, £1,000 signing fee, an appearance fee of £100 a week, £100 a game. Stress terms, perfect. We have now got a replacement goalkeeper for Yves Malakambe, who is getting on a bit in years. I've got to find him now. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's 34 years old. He's probably got maybe 2 more years in him, and that's not going to stay at 3. So yeah, we're going to get that Miles Roberts in, hopefully at least. If we can, you know, perfect. We've got a great goalkeeper for next season, and for the seasons after. He's 18 years old. He's not really going to have much of a problem. Although saying that, it could very well be that he decides not to join us and goes to like a national league thing or something. Because we're not exactly the most reputable club in the world, are we? We're Boston United, of all teams. Aidan Stone. Who are you? On loan from Mansfield Town, 20-year-old goalkeeper. Scout him. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know why he was on my shortlist, if I'm honest with you. So as you can see, we have a fair amount of money to spend. Oh yes, that's right, Colchester. I looked into Colchester's team, their under-18s team, And I found one player that I want to get at some point, and it's this guy, London. Yeah, Lorden. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but I want to sign him either on loan or whatever for Boston United because look, he is a right back, perfect to replace Tiendali with. As well as that, look at his tackling: 13 to 19 out of 20, pace 11 to 17 out of 20. That's incredible. So I'm going to scout him as well for the end of the season and try and get him in on either a loan deal or a transfer deal on fairly acceptable terms. But he's obviously with Colchester. They're going up to League One. It's unlikely that they're going to accept that deal. He's probably not going to accept a deal to go down all the way to the Bannerman National if we get there. When he's already in League One. I mean, you're going to get way more game time with us, obviously, but with Colchester, he's got a better chance of actually getting publicity and getting that improvement. He needs a better training ground. Which reminds me, I also looked into trying to improve the youth facilities and youth training grounds of Boston, but according to the board, with the club's present financial situation, it is untenable to do so. Ooh. Oh. Should have read that first. Jose Irizo. As you can see, Scarlet League 2, he would be an exceptional player. He has no interest of joining us. Yeah, no interest. I scouted him quite a while back, but then also noticed he was on loan at Real Hispalis, so I re-scouted him again, and evidently didn't particularly go any different. Oh, sorry, I've got a sore throat again. I'll keep trying to not cough, because it's painful, obviously. Got a massive bottle of water next to me, and it's just not really helping, if I'm honest with you. But I do these videos anyway because it keeps me, keeps me from going bored. I'm getting bored, really. I mean, I love playing Football Manager, so regardless of whether I was doing it for a video or not, I'll be playing this game, but when I'm doing it for a video, I'm actually doing it for a reason. I'm not just sitting here on my own playing essentially a spreadsheet. But this is the type of game I like. I like these, games about things I like. I like football. I like being a coach. I am a coach in real life. This is what I want to do in the future. I want to be in this game at some point. It's unlikely, I'll admit, it's very unlikely I'll ever be in a Football Manager game. But I would love to be in the position where I could say, yes, I'm a coach on Football Manager. I'd love that. It's like saying when you're like a footballer, you're saying, I've finally made it on FIFA. That's my version of it. That's the football coach's version of FIFA, is the Football Manager. And if I'm honest with you, I'd rather be on Football Manager than FIFA, because at least Football Manager isn't bugged to hell. Anyway, we've got a very important game on the 11th of April. Leamington Spa are going to be coming to York Street in Boston. Ooh, Paco Herrera. He's a very good manager. In my actual Ipswich Town career, he managed to get Bolton United from... Bolton United? What? Bolton Wanderers. Where did United come from? Bolton Wanderers all the way from League 2 to the outskirts of promotion to the Premiership in only 4 years. That's how good of a manager he is. Well, at least in this game anyway. I have no idea if he's any good in real life, because I have never actually heard of him outside of this game. But there you go. That's just what happens, isn't it? It's like that Argentinian player that I found on my Ipswich Town game, Fausto Grillo. If I hadn't been playing this game, I hadn't looked up for free agents for defending positions, I would never have found out that player. And I would never have looked to try and sign him in every other playthrough I've tried. But Boston United versus Leamington Spa, the 11th of April, Saturday. Boston United sit in 8th place in the Football League table, and then very, very far down Leamington Spa in 20th. A win today would guarantee Boston United, at least for today, their position in the playoff place. It all depends on how the match against Leamington Spa goes, as well as York's game a different day. Obviously, there are not exactly easy matches for either of these teams, but it's a match that I'm going to hope that they can win. Right, Dwight Pascal, good. Tiendali is back and available for this game, as I believe is Dave Neeskens. We are back to our full strength team, and I'm putting Dallas back in because Adabar Smith did not play well in the last game, and I think Dallas is the better option. Ronaldo Brown, have I actually got anyone else that can play in your position? Oh, I do, but not anyone good. Oh, fine, you're going to keep playing there for now. Kidderminster, he's been exceptional. 10 games, 6 goals. That's perfect. I couldn't ask any more for him. But here we go. A victory today would seal, at least for now, a position in the playoffs. And then just we have to rely on Hereford not losing. It's the main thing. We have to make sure they don't lose. If Hereford lose, we'll be back out of the playoffs again. If Hereford draw, we will remain in the playoffs and we will hold the cards ourselves. And it will take us messing up for allowing York into the playoffs again. If Hereford win, it's the exact same situation, but we have even more of a safety net then. McGlip now with the ball. A long ball forward, searching out Dallas, who does run onto it. Gets himself inside the box and has a fairly good shot to the bottom right hand corner, but just saved by the keeper. Gives it out to a corner kick to be taken by Tiendali. Tiendali swings the ball in, headed away by Edwards, out to Michelle Parker, who kicks it back to Tiendali, and he's offside. No, he wasn't offside, he's just not a highlight. Okay, Tasdemir now with the ball. It's to Maycock in the middle. Maycock through to Dallas, can't quite get it through, but Pierce kicks it all the way out to Hudson. This could be a very poor move from us if he can get the ball through, but Neeskens gets the ball away. Lane now to Pierce. Long ball out wide to Hudson again. This time he does get the ball through, but only to be blocked by Tiendali. Asante now with the ball. Another long ball forward from us. This time Dallas gets onto it again. And this time he gets a shot, and it's taken away by an Oxlade-Chamberlain. Probably not the Oxlade-Chamberlain. Kalambe with the goal kick. Sends the ball long to the left wing. Brown now with the ball. Speculative shot, but it's blocked by the defenders. In now to Dallas, who has a shot, but it's saved by the goalkeeper. He really should be getting that round the keeper, not into him. Tiendali now takes another corner kick. Will this one go any better than the last one did? Swings the ball in again. That's at the far post. It's still over the bar. Boston United are trying everything to break down the wall in front of their goal, but nothing is working. 30 minutes down, it's still 0-0. But we have now a throw-in from Whittle to Brown. Brown searches into the middle for Maycock. Maycock with a long ball forward for Dallas again. And again, Dallas touches it down and runs through into the box. And this time he does settle that ball into the net for his 22nd of the season. And Dallas does a cartwheel to celebrate. And he sends Boston United into the playoff places. Boston United could very well perform a phoenix story of being in the relegation zone at Christmas and being promoted on Easter, or for Easter, you know what I mean. Maycock with another long ball forward. This time Dallas can't quite run onto it. Oh, but Pierce with a poor defensive decision there. Thankfully the keeper is there to pick it up for him. Altrincham, I have just noticed, are now 5-0 up against Gloucester. I feel sorry for the Gloucester City fans that travelled all that way. Lane now to Parker. Ball out wide to Tiendali. Tiendali tries a cross, but it's blocked by the defender. Carline now. Runs the ball through the middle. Still running through the middle, and not a single defender's gone anywhere near him. Oxlade-Chamberlain now with the ball. Tries a cross, but it's blocked by the defender. Corner kick to Leamington. We can defend this, we're doing well. Leamington Spa with a corner kick. Hudson swings it in. And it's over the bar. I couldn't see with the camera angle. That looked like it was a goal to me. 40 minutes gone now. 5 left to play. Will there be any more action in the first half? Yes, there's a free kick from Gudger to Edwards at the far post, but it's headed away by Naskins. Pearce keeps the ball on. Tries a cross, but it's blocked by the defender. Naskins now to Brown, Brown to Naskins, back to Brown again. Tazdemir runs the ball forward, passes it to Dallas. With 1 minute of stoppage time left as we just tick over the 45th minute. The ball's put into the middle for Maycock, who gets a shot on goal. 11 for Maycock, and an assist for Dallas. Puts even more daylight between Boston United and Leamington Spa. A win is almost set in stone at this point in time. Look at the dressing room. We're going to make no changes for the second half, but we are going to praise the team for the ability they've shown in this match. We've actually managed to get our shots on target to shots at 50%. Much better than the 33% we were getting so far before. Throw in from Leamington to Carline. Back to whoever that was. Edwards crossed the ball in. It's a long ball, too far for Hudson. Keeps the ball on, but is loose out to Tiendali. Gets the ball out to Thomas Asante. And I assume a long ball forward. Yes, it is a long ball forward. Tazdemir touches the ball down. Will he get his 7th of the season? No, he will not with that shot. 57 minutes down now. Weaver with the goal kick. Headed forward by Tiendali, only to Gudger. Back now to Lane. Forward the ball goes. Headed away by Naskins to McGlip. McGlip to Dallas now. Dallas a shot, and it's into the back of the net for his second, 23rd of the season, and Boston United's 3rd goal of the game. We are now 3 points behind a Hereford side that would very well be in danger should they lose to York. Hudson now with the free kick. Edwards headers it and it's into the net. Kalambe could not do anything about that, mainly because he punched it into his own net. But we'll let that slide, mainly because we're 3 goals up. Trying to tell the team to calm down. We need them to concentrate on the rest of this match. Tiendali now with the ball. Swings it in. Brown at the far post, but it's over the bar. Leamington now have been inspired by the feedback from their manager. Corner kick from Boston. Swings the ball in. It's away by the defenders to Parker. Parker tries a cross but gets blocked by Pearce. Very poor football from Parker there, but Tiendali collects the ball at the halfway line. Long ball to the far left wing for Brown. Oh, Brown, what was that? Back to Weaver now. Long ball forward from him, gets to the wing. Hudson now runs straight past Tiendali. He gets it through into the box, and it's put into the middle, and it's put wide by March. 20 minutes left to play. How much more of this match is there to go before the final whistle? Chamberlain back to Murphy. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Swings the ball in. Way too long again for Hudson. Cross the ball in anyway. Murphy. A header from Murphy. And he can't do anything about that. It's now 3-2 to Boston. We very well could at this point lose our 3-goal lead, which would be terrible to happen. Jordan Murphy and Jack Edwards linked up brilliantly. Murphy again with the ball, swings it in, away by Parker. Brown now to McGlip, long ball forward for Dallas. Touches it down, Dallas runs through the middle, straight past the defenders. And he sends it well wide of the post. Don't know what he was doing there. 80th minute's gone now. Just 5 minutes now left to play. Got free kick from Kalambe. Long ball out to the left wing. Murphy touches that ball down. It does not get to any player. Whittle tackles him. Murphy keeps the ball on but loses out to Whittle again. Whittle to Brown. Brown, long ball forward for Dallas. He is onside. Dallas runs the ball forward, has a shot, and it's saved by Weaver. 2 minutes left to play, and Boston have a corner kick. Tiendali takes the ball in. It's headed away by Lane, only as far as Naskins to McGlip now. McGlip runs it to the wing, tries a cross. Gudger heads it to Edwards, who heads it all the way out of the box. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Tiendali yet again with the corner kick. 3 minutes now left to play with stoppage only. Long free kick from Tiendali. McGlip now with the ball. To Tazdemir. Tazdemir hits it straight to the defender. Oh, poor shooting from Tazdemir. Could very well see Boston lose this lead. Connell now with the ball. Puts it through to Carline in the middle. And thankfully Kalambe makes up for his 2 errors earlier on and saves this lead. Corner kick for Boston, and it's all over. Boston United have managed to win this match 3-2. That is an exceptional result. It puts us in the running for the playoffs yet again. Now obviously this won't be on camera, but I'll be watching the Hereford game and I'll be making sure that Hereford do not lose. Well, I say making sure. I'll watch to find out if they lose. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. If they draw, they draw. Wait, why is that a B-? Doesn't matter. So yeah, the game with Hereford and York, I will be attending it, and I'm hoping that Hereford can hold on to that. Look at that, Dallas, 21 goals in half a season. He is already second highest goal scorer. That's brilliant. His highest average rating, most player of the matches. Assist actually was Callum Maycock, not bad. We currently have 0 injuries, which is very nice. But if we can get ourselves playoffs and a playoff win, we will be set for next season. But as I say every week, well, every 3 days, I bid thee adieu, and for now, goodbye.